This is going to be a wonderful show. You are here. It's Unfiltered. I'm Matt Connolly.
And I'm Nigel Walsh, sitting in 25 degrees sunshine. It is beautiful outside.
Aren't we lucky, Nigel? This is what England is about. For those who haven't been to the UK, it's pretty much like this all year round, apart from a few days in the winter.
Do you know what? I will make you laugh. I felt like did I say this last time? I don't know if I did. I felt like the comedy guy where the rain was following from country to country to country. I was in New York, it rained on me. I was in London, it rained on me. I was in Dublin, it rained on me. I was in Munich, it rained on me. I'm like, what is going on?
Maybe you broke the spell. You broke the spell. It's sunshine. You're back.
More importantly, do people need to know that you and I were comparing pencils before we started?
And literally pencils, right? I mean, it is, and mostly excited in our middle-aged, I think that's what we are, isn't it? By the sharpeners, the built-in pencil sharpeners in our pencils.
I love a good gadget. I'm a nightmare at gadgets. So yes, don't let me anywhere near them.
But everything's got service now on them, which is even better, right? So these are free gadgets. I mean, I had to go to the local shop and buy mine.
I was going to say, not everything does. Well, I just picked up a pen that says service now as well. So yeah, maybe a few of them say service now. So
it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, life is good.
How are you? Yeah, I'm really well. I am really well. I have had another pretty slack day, actually. I've been at the, the end of term day, as we call it, celebration day, where my boy goes to school. So all the parents were, you do the whole kind of, sit through hours of hearing kids sing and do little plays and stuff, which is very sweet. Caroline, my wife, was incredibly emotional for all the kids who are leaving, which aren't our kids, but I mean, still super sweet. And then there's a big picnic. All the parents get drunk, and I didn't. One, because I'm a professional, and two, because I'm an athlete.
I'm very pleased that Caroline got emotional about everyone else, and that she would never listen to this podcast and give out to you.
I know, it's hilarious. I remember sitting through. We sat through. What's the movie with the horse at war? Wars. Brilliant. I got there.
What's that movie?
Let's edit.
What's that movie where they dance dirty? Oh, Dirty Dancing.
But I remember sitting at the cinema watching Wars. I've never heard someone cry so hard in their life. I'm just
hang on. I am a crier, though. I will tell you, I'm very emotional. I remember watching. This will show you my age as well. Here, I remember being on a plane years and years ago, being on a plane and watching Forrest Gump. And the air hostess came up to me about 4 or 5 times going, "Are you okay?" I was in floods of tears watching her. And every time I was like, "It's the movie." I am such a big baby, and I'm very happy about it.
Tell me it was one of those TVs. Can you remember at the end of, it wasn't in the headrest in front of you, right? You had to share it. And if there was a guy with it or a girl with big hair in front of you, you're just ruined. You can't see it.
I've been on a plane recently that had the thing that dropped down and showed you the screen only for like the safety briefing or whatever else it was. Brilliant. But I think they're done right. Like, my general consensus is movie entertainment systems in the back of planes are now over, and most people are bringing their own iPad or laptop or device, sure. And because they just get out of date so quickly and they cost a fortune and they add weight. And if you've got your own device, then just do that. And if they don't have those, I've been on planes where they give them out to you. Go, here's an iPad, choose what you want.
Yeah, much easier. I think I really like randomly, a weird chat, but I like KLM because they have their little mobile phone holders that just fold down.
Yeah.
Just the little tray table, as well as the big tray table. Just a simple design, but I'm there.
American does that. I tell you what, my best gadget purchase recently was £6 from Amazon. And when you've got a bag and a rolly case and the bag hasn't got a little sleeve to attach it to the handle.
Yeah.
I've bought like £6 for 2 of them. And my wife's going, "What on earth are those things?" It's not down here, but it's basically a piece of elastic in a round circle, a piece of elastic in another round circle, which allows you to attach your bag to the back. And it's
best £6 ever spent.
Honestly, it was the best £6 ever spent. I could spend a fortune on gadgets and go, that is the most valuable thing.
What would have our forefathers have done? Piece of string, bit of elastic, yeah, fine, but no, £6 from Amazon. Great.
What on earth is going on in the news? Save us, come on.
Mate, loads of stuff. I'm loving it. So I want to have a big old job conversation with you. Not about looking for a job or looking to employ anyone, but it's about the numbers. Like we are different sides of the fence here. So I'm going to throw stuff that is in my favor of the argument. So to defend it. But what I think is really interesting. So basically, to actually tell you what that is the US job numbers are lower than were expected, right? So actually this month, something like 57,000 jobs were added as opposed to 115 or something thousand. So jobs numbers are lower, but and cited because of the AI impacting the industry, right? And so stated there, tech layoffs are like 142,000 again, year to date. But what I think is really interesting is all of this is in the so these are US numbers, but in the shadow of good old Donald Trump and the US White House having these conversations with the frontier models, right? So they're having these conversations about, we want to get first access to this stuff. We want to understand your release timelines. We want to know whether, or we want to be able to basically put some benchmarks in place, whether we get access or we allow access to the broader public, right? And so he's having these conversations with Anthropic and OpenAI. And I think that's like, again, we've talked about it a little bit on the pod, right? It's really interesting, this kind of world, how it's changing. And because like Fable's back as of, was it yesterday morning? I think it was, maybe. I may be losing count of days, but
right.
and so so it's kind of like the world is changing fast. Who owns it? Who controls it? How then that, it's the US versus China versus Europe versus, all of that. It's a really interesting world, right? And then, coming from a day where I'm looking at all these young kids going into the future, what are they going to do for jobs, or where is the world going? Mate, I don't know. There's lots of people who, it won't change too much. And there's people like me who I'm absolutely terrified for my boy, right? So
I'm the opposite, though. I'm the optimist in these. I had this conversation
I
this
love it.
week in Munich, actually, and it goes. I'm a technology optimist in that I still believe, and we've discussed it before, that the future kids will be just fine. Don't worry. Lots of stuff will evolve. The floor will raise, not just the ceiling. We are so far like, don't forget we live in a bubble. And the bubble
Yeah.
that we live in is a very small group. And as soon as you pop out of that bubble and you go and ask a teacher, or you go and ask a hospital physician or a barrister how much they actually use day in, day out, and what headlines they see versus what we see, it's a fundamentally different conversation. I would say we're 1% there or 5% there at best before the rest of industry is catching up. And yes, it's going really, really quickly, but we're nowhere near where we think we are in terms of the bubble.
It's like 11FS used to have a 1% marketing
Bank
slogan, didn't they?
digital. David used to say digital banking is 1% done.
Yeah, I always like that. That's good. That was.
I think it's the
Anyway,
right
so
attitude.
yeah, no, mate, I love your optimism. That's why I like to hang out with you. So sorry, I don't want to bring you down. I
No,
think
you
that's
won't. Don't worry.
impossible.
Don't you won't. You can't. There was a really good post from a lady called Eleanor Werner, and Eleanor Werner was recommended by Lenny Richiski, Lenny's podcast, which I listen to quite a
Oh yeah,
lot, and he's
yep.
really good. Eleanor is the head of growth at Lovable, and she wrote a post yesterday talking about, please stop the AI confidence theater. And it was really lovely in that it was just saying all these cool things about taking jobs and destroying education and. In reality, we're asking ChatGPT for recipes or rewriting a paragraph for the 14th time. I don't know if you've seen the meme where the guy is going, help ChatGPT cut this hot dog in half. And it's just like you're fighting it all the time to do the
Yeah,
thing that is
sure.
just intuition to you. So
Yeah, yeah,
it
sure.
will get there, but stop the theatre.
Interesting, right? So on that, did I don't know if it's a thing to see at all, but Claude, or yeah, I think it's Claude, now integrates directly into Garmin, and I think to Whoop. And somebody was posting somewhere else, this reading, which is goodbye Strava. I thought that was an interesting, it's like the interface changes. And we talked about that. And actually, if Claude becomes the interface into, and our agents are talking with other agents, and actually we're cutting out all the software out. Again, I appreciate we're the 1%, and, we're talking about a future state. But really interesting, what is the role of Strava if actually Claude is my interface to all of my data points, so my Aura Ring, my Whoop band, my, whatever it be, and actually, I'm then using that. What is the value of something like Strava?
Wait, are you
It's
still naked?
from the waist down. What's going on? Oh, that in my wrist, you mean?
Where's your whoop?
Oh, no, still naked. Still naked. Went for a run this morning. No data.
It didn't count.
Didn't count. That's okay.
Um, it's an interesting question. I think I saw the same post actually, and I thought, actually, I think the interface will change. Like the UI used to
Yeah,
be
yeah, 100%.
a letter, then it used to be a phone call, then it was an email, now it's a chat. Next is going to be a conversation. But the UI and the interaction around all this stuff that's headless still exists. Not everything will have an MCP server. I saw someone else announcing it earlier around their stuff. Strava for me is my fitness community. Facebook is my parents' community. Instagram is my guilty pleasure sometimes. I mean, I don't go on TikTok or whatever else, but it's like you have different things in different places. But the core data needs to be collected somewhere. And for me, Strava is my baseline for all my activity that I do, whether it's running, yoga, walking, whatever it might be.
What do you mean by community with Strava? Is it a community like in terms of you got a network of individuals you're high fiving, celebrating, kudosing, or whatever it is?
Is here? Are you on Facebook or not anymore? No.
No, I'm not. No, but even though you still send me like Facebook links every like 7 minutes, and me saying no, Nigel, I'm not on Facebook. I'm
It's a
still not on
cl-
Facebook.
it's a clue for you on Facebook. They are the things that you post to Instagram may be different than the things you post to Strava.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, because Strava automatically goes, "Hey, you've just been for an hour's walk," like I do most
Yeah.
mornings. If I posted that on Instagram, I'd be really bored. I'd be more boring than I am now.
I doubt it. Did you? So talking about Facebook, did you see Meta? Look at this. It's like the consummate professional. Meta stock jumped 9%. So they're going to use their excess AI. So it's the same play that Elon Musk did with Grok. So they're going to use their excess AI compute capacity as a cloud business. So super smart. If it's not being used, make use of it, right? Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
So,
100%. I didn't see the stock jump, but that's really interesting. Does that then indicate that Llama and
no
the
stock jump.
LLM?
Yeah.
No,
Did you
but
say that?
but no, I did stock jump.
Yeah.
But does that mean
Yeah.
that their LLM and Llama, their open source model that they were touting very early on, which is in no conversations right now, is that done and gone, or is it coming back?
I don't know, right? Again, maybe it has its audience, same as Grok, right? Grok's installed in Teslas and the rest, and maybe that's always going to have a place until. But then actually you take that to a slightly bigger argument of only one will survive, right? And so therefore, at some stage it will be done.
But I
Or
don't
not.
think so. Like this is the whole debate right now, and actually, as a equally consummate professional, Alex Karp was on CNBC throwing shade at Dario and Sam Altman and whatever else. And it was a really interesting 19 minutes. If you've ever seen Alex Karp's interviews, they are full on like explosive and controversial and fun. Actually, they're fun to watch. He's not shy, quiet, or reserved in any way, shape, or form. But actually, what he's talking about is that all these companies that are selling tokens rather than outcomes are sold. Like token maxing was great for them because they're now buying
Sure.
more tokens without working out what the value is, as opposed to going in his argument, if you're going to save $1 billion, well, save $1 billion. He didn't happen to mention from memory the fact that if you want to use Palantir, you've got to buy forward deployed engineers that you buy at a very heavy amount of money per year. And once you leave those FTEs behind, what are you left with?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I want to go back and watch it again. I totally get his point, but it's really interesting. Like it's complicated out there for sure. But that also then goes back to the whole sovereignty of models.
Mm-hmm.
If they're all US and they're all private rather than open source, and we're now looking at GLM 5.2 or Chinese models that are open source and practically free and are good enough, at what point will people switch and go, we're done? We're not spending all this money on tokens anymore.
Yeah.
So you saw
really
a few weeks
interesting,
back that Uber have reached their peak on tokens and spending. And then I saw this morning that Coinbase said are going to cut their token spend by 50%. So we've done full circle really quickly.
Because they haven't got the value from it. Or
I think back to the point,
too much.
It's too much. So they're spending a fortune and then working out what's my ROI on those things. I think people will be more selective about, do I send it to the Ferrari or do I send it to the Fiat 500? And I both get there on at the same sort of thing. And one's good enough and one's just looks nicer.
I saw all the Generali leadership or maybe innovation leadership all over at Ferrari doing some kind of, I don't know, either a session there or some immersive. I'd love to hang out at the
Where's my
inside Ferrari.
invite?
Yeah, where was mine? Yeah, I need to. Yeah, don't know.
We did it back. back in my Deloitte days, we did a bunch of stuff with McLaren, and I've got a friend now who's working at McLaren doing stuff for hospitality and whatever else. So it's super cool. Like the McLaren facilities in Woking are just stunning if you've ever been.
No, I haven't, and I just don't associate Woking and McLaren. Albeit, I think I've always thought for like Woking is like I don't know. I think because I know someone from Woking, and I therefore assumed Woking was everything like him, but it's not. It's actually quite nice.
How about you stop there to save
Yeah,
yourself from getting in trouble?
Should be
In the same way that Milton Keynes is the home of Formula One. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Mate, talking about Formula One, how is Oscar's driving going?
Ah, he has had his first lesson with an instructor on his birthday. So again, my long-standing prediction of Oscar not driving at 17 is failed miserably.
Yes, true.
He couldn't wait to drive like I couldn't when I was 17. Had his first lesson on his birthday. Emma took him out briefly earlier this week. I was home earlier today and we went out for an hour. It is nail biting, not just for me, more for him. So it was brilliant. It was so cool to see he's there in the car. We've got the L plates on and like it's all the things that you do when you learn and you just don't realize like you've got no understanding.
Can you remember that? It's just brilliant, isn't it? When you're with your parent and it's just like, yes,
like even
madness.
Like the road positioning and how far out the car goes. And I won't mention the stalls or like he had to reverse out of the driveway. And I said like full unlock. He goes, no, I'm going to hit this. I'm like, you're never going to hit this. Like you could anyway. It's lovely to see him not have the skill to do it, and he'll be confident in no time whatsoever. But it's lovely to watch people learn. Like it was great. It was really great. I'm looking forward to being out in the car with him loads more.
Yeah, I'm super pleased. Yeah, it'll be like minutes until he's got his test, and he's driving alone, and it's like with his music pumping out. Hopefully, still in the summer.
I hope so. What's going on in the world of fitness for you? Because I got a link to this one as well.
So tomorrow is the Superhuman Games.
You watching?
You remember last year? Great joke. Last year, me and a mate entered it really, really randomly. And then he was really annoyed because our average age was 85 plus, but like I was carrying a lot of that extra age. He was like, "What you mean we're in the vets?" It's like, "Yeah, sorry, but we entered it. It's a really big, really fun, random competition that is held in Bristol, right, which is my hometown. And last year, we just had a lovely day. You do like blocks of 20-minute hits. And it got to the kind of the fifth, and lots of people were kind of like pointing at us and talking about us. And we're like just sitting under the tree, having a picnic, having some Lucasade and a sandwich, whatever. And then you could hear like they're the team to beat. And we're like, really? Well, me and Will. Anyway, so we won it last year, which is great. And
that's
so
awesome.
I've upgraded my partner. Hopefully Will won't listen to this. No, got a new partner this year's, which is Ollie, who I do all the high rock stuff with. So both super fit, and let's see if we can.
Don't you want to go with like a 13-year-old or a 16-year-old to bring the average age down or something like that? Or no?
Yeah, no, I'd like to compete. I want to be young in the vets. So in fact, we're definitely well over 85. That's combined age.
That's almost describing. That's almost like describing women who are pregnant after 35 as geriatric. I'm like, come on, that's ridiculous.
Drive me mad. That did, yeah, because we spent many years in the NHS system and then out of the NHS system trying to get pregnant. It's mad, isn't it? You spend all your life like trying not all your life, but anyway, let's get off that topic. Anyway, so that's what's going on. What's your comment to do with fitness?
Speaking to the NHS though, they've just launched that they're going to reward people to walk a marathon a year, like do 30 minutes or a marathon a month. They're like, go out and walk 30 minutes a day, and we'll start rewarding you and doing better things. And I just
what's the reward? Sorry, what's the exchange?
I don't think they've put down what the rewards are just yet, but I just love the idea.
I love that. It's so good.
Like I sent it to a few friends. The guys over at Vitality just posted about it, and I sent it off to You Life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
exactly.
You Life, Vitality, all of that stuff. It's like get people moving. It's the best.
Honestly, it's the number one thing. Those who do it every day will hit roughly 26 miles a month, the distance of a marathon, and users will be able to log their walks online or through their phone or smartwatch. Like, what a great way to get people help. And as you know, because I tore my MCL, I'll tell you about that. I'm out walking every day, probably for like an hour. I must do 20 to 30,000 steps a day. I love it. Like, it's so good. come rain or shine,
it's a good habit you got into, mate. Yeah.
Honestly, I feel all my habits are in a reasonably good spot right now. So yeah, life is life. And I'm just so delighted to see that. I've got so many people that I know that would just say, "Get out, go for a walk, take 15 minutes after dinner." Like it's not a bad habit.
Yeah, no, 100%. Good. On that note, what's going on this weekend? Any Walsh plans? You're not flying anywhere?
I'm flying with Mrs. Walsh to Dublin for my aunt's 80th birthday. So I'm back on a plane.
There you go. Okay, great.
Okay, well, let's do this. And then in between then, Oscar's at a party somewhere this year because he finished school this week. So, of course, one more year left. Like, that's crazy. And my wife and my daughter are at Harry Styles tonight. So I have a night on my own, me, my messy office to tidy up, my laptop, and I should be cooking in the barbecue. I'm as happy as Larry. What about you?
Yeah, so Superhuman Games, we'll win that and then have a nice Sunday. Probably open a bottle of something.
What are the things in Superhuman Games you've got to do? What are the exercises?
They're brilliant. They are
like
they're
three-legged race.
Not far off actually, but they're all like, it's like strength and honor, or I don't know, it's like some really random. In fact, I've got it.
Egg and spoon. Egg and spoon.
But it's all like here's one, right? So 600 meter. That's literally an assault course. That's not going to be interesting. So right, we're unconventional beast. Let me tell you this. So you wear a 12 kg ruck vest. So 12 kg there. Then you do a 15 meters farmer's block carry. So 25 kg in each hand, but they're a block with a pole. So it's a really awkward grip. Yeah. Okay. So it's that vertical grip.
Not a kettlebell.
Not a kettlebell. So you do a 15-meter carry, then you run back to pick up a tombstone sandbag, which is 65 kg.
Ooh.
And then run that 15 meters or walk it. Then run back, and then it's a 15-meter tire drag, which is a 55 kg tire. So that's easy. And then you do a 100-meter run, and then repeat. And it's as many as you can get through in a 20-minute session.
That's awesome.
But they are brilliant. So there's like another one, which is like a sandbag over the shoulders. I remember doing it last year, and there was I think it's Strength and Honor workout number 5. Brilliant. And it's 170 kg tire flip.
That's a big old tire.
It's a beast of a tire. And and again, I'm definitely the runner of the athletic type, not a strength guy. But
I'll show you off. One of my favorite pictures is from one of the boot camps I used to do years ago called Man Alive, and that used to be tire flipping on a rugby pitch or tire carries. And I've got a picture of me doing a tire carry, and it's quite dramatic actually. It's a big old tractor tire, and me in the middle.
Can you remember the Levi advert where the guy comes out with 2 tires and it's just his jeans and it's not Levi, maybe a Diet Coke. Maybe that's what I'm imagining, Nigel. Right?
It's not quite that. I will tell you that. Actually, one of our guys this weekend is doing the Spartan race. He's running up a mountain for 3,000 meters, whatever it's going to be.
Amazing. Where's that one?
He's in Wales, I think, somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. But it looks like I've just seen the video of it, and the ultras are kind of hiking because it's so hot out there. So hydrate, my friend.
Yeah, I will do. I will. Likewise, same for you with your barbecue. Okay.
I'm going to be hydrated. I'll be very hydrated.
Good. I'm pleased.
Enjoy the weekend, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Big love. Later.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.